visiting sideline. Head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Brian Schottenheimer. His side enjoying one of the league's best records so far. They're sitting at 5-1. Across the field, head coach Nick Sirianni of the Eagles. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins. Brandon Aubrey has the ball teed up. Kate Scott and Brock Heward up in the booth for this one. And we're underway here in South Philadelphia. We dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. At quarterback, they're going to turn to the seventh-year dual threats, Jalen Hurts.
If this game were played on paper and paper alone, it would not be much of a matchup. Looking at a top 10 offense versus the very worst defense in the league. But it will really be the urgency of this quarterback. You can never let down in the NFL. And he knows there's opportunity to be had if they execute.
We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. 15 carries, totaling 103 yards and a touchdown. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Hurts looking to throw. Completed left side to Smith. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of the gain of 8. It's third down.
Brings up third down.
Trying to get it with the option. And this one had no chance. Hit well behind that line. That brings up fourth down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. And they're whistling for a stop here. That's one of the Cowboys who's in some pretty clear discomfort and in need of some assistance. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Dak off the play fake. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And give him the first down here. Looks to be an even 20 on that play.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Dallas.
What a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he'll pull his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. 29 carries, over 170 yards, and a trip to the end zone. Second down, here's Dak. That's completed right side. Tackle finally comes in well downfield. That's a gain of about 26. And that's going to give the Cowboys a first down.
Coming off a 300-yard performance and a win a week ago, you know the rhythm and just the confidence of this offense was high coming in. And that completion, well, it only adds fuel to that confidence.
He just descended upon quickly and dropped after a second-yard gain. Cooper to Jean with the stop.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background that every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. This could have been much, much more exciting.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another run for Williams. Breaks a tackle, he's still going. And a productive run there on 2nd down. That's a gain of 6.
Put up a performance like he did on the ground a week ago, you grab the attention right away of your opponent. You know they had watched those runs from a week ago. They were dialed in on him, still couldn't slow him down.
The Eagles into the nickel, 3rd down coming. Dak to the air here. He has the first over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. And 1st and 10, going heavy to the right side here, 3 tight ends. Now running here with Jaden Blue. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. That right there, exactly the type of havoc that a well-designed blitz can cause, Brock. Everyone's so busy picking up their rushers. That D tackle cleaned up.
Sure did. He gets his one-on-one. He shocks him with those heavy hands, knocks off that blocker, and knocks down that runner.
And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal. Blue goes the wrong way. He's going to lose several here.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Second down, Milton. This one's deflected away and incomplete. No chances to score right now. So it's now third and goal.
It's third down and goal. From the 8.
To throw, Milton. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get back, but he's not going to return to the line. He's taken down. To fourth down, brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. It's only a chip shot from the right hash.
A 27-yard attempt.
Aubrey puts it through. And that one is going to get them on the scoreboard.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead. A little early momentum with that field goal.
Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Brown with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he's been somebody who can get the scoring done with his legs just as much as his arm. You can see he's top 5 for touchdowns among NFL QBs. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Run loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes second and 11.
Brings up second and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw, Hurts. Hauled in by Gunner, left side. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
The defenders, they were ready for that throw, stopping him right at the line of scrimmage.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. They motion a receiver left. 3rd and long for him here. Making the call himself. Now he's hit, Hurts fumbles. Oh, and they pick it up. Time to push for that marker. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. Braden Mann out once more for another punt. Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. So as the Cowboys offense heads back to the field, let's take a look at their offensive coordinator, Clayton Adams. He's in his 2nd year as OC with the Cowboys, 8th overall as a coach in the NFL. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Blue. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up. Showing some patience in their ground game early here, Brock. Continuing to feed their guy despite the lack of results so far.
I know this will sound kind of silly, but you've got to run the ball to run the ball. And what I mean by that, there's no way to get this run game going is unless you continue to give him the rock to try to warm it up. Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Into the hands of Pickett. Brought to the ground as they hit him big on that play, Brock. Looks like they're marking the gain at about 25 yards. Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. A pickup of 17, and that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
Tight ends defenses will eat up every one of those opportunities to show and prove they could be chain movers as well. Even as they get more and more recognition in this league, they're still constantly working to prove that they're playmakers too.
Finds a seam down the middle. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Blue will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. He was quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and at times stuffing the run.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Dak. He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown, Dallas.
Well, if these guys make this the norm during this game, Brock, they're going to be leaving here, and that win streak's going to be up to 4 games real quick.
It's just so much easier to play this game of football when you've ripped off these wins, right? Just the confidence, the momentum is rolling. You start the game with it, and it takes an awful lot to lose it, especially when you find a way to score like they have.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Send right down the middle and good. And they take a 10-0 lead here in our 1st quarter. Now it looks like one of the Eagles is having some trouble out there and is in need of some assistance.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Brown with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
You know, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there. That's going to be a penalty.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage. So following the penalty, here comes 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Trimmer.
Throwing here, Hurts. Getting out to his left. He's keeping it.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
Short pass brought in. Down here after a gain of about 14 yards, it looks like. That's going to give them the 1st.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Barkley off the pistol give. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
I don't think we're ever going to get away from the stat line of turnovers and winning that turnover margin being the biggest singular key in the NFL, Kate. But I'll tell you what, when you run for 100 yards plus, you win 70% of the time. They did a week ago with this guy, and he's off to an excellent start.
And they make the tackle at the 38. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Let's get to that wide complete. He turns the shallow catch into something more. Give him 8 yards. That sets up 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
throw completed out to the left. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
That's another Eagles first down.
First down, a run with Barkley. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. It's a 10-0 ball game. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Throwing on second, Hurts. He takes it himself. And he gets home. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts, his fourth for this season. The kick is good, and I believe this should stand, Brock. It looks like that flag appears to be on somebody who jumped early. Let's see. All right, so they like the results on the field, and they're going to decline this penalty. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott are ready to get back to work. And you can see with the stats there, such a weapon for this offense to utilize week in, week out. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. He gets the handoff. They get to him. He's hit, brought down after a gain of about 10. And that is good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Prescott now off the play fake. Connects on the crosser. And a good tackle as that ball is secured. Limits that gain to 8.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Picking up a yard. Still need one more, though. Third down coming up.
And it's third down.
Milton. That's going to end up an incomplete pass. Not on the quarterback there. That pass was dropped. It's 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and incomplete.
And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. That's a gain of 10 and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, they pick up the first. Off the play fake. Here's Milton. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Ooh, boy, that play action nearly backfired right there, Brock. Took a little bit too much time to set it up and some quick thinking at the end there to get that throw away as the hit arrived.
Yeah, that's really well said because you could feel sometimes as a quarterback on drop back, you know the timing.
Yeah. And he gets home. Touchdown, Dallas. George Pickens. He's 4th through the air this season. For the point after, here's Aubrey. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And that makes this a 10-point game.
17. Eagles 7. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. And in the end, only able to get this up to his 25-yard line. The Eagles about set to go on offense. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a one-score game here. Lemon's got it left side. And the stop is made downfield after a gain of about 18. And that sets up an Eagles first down.
18. That's good for the Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Play action. Hurts has it. back. Here's Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds. Only about a yard to show for on that catch. Second down.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. 1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the pistol, Hurts. Caught again by Barkley. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Third down now after that last completion. Lost him a bunch.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Hurts setting up to throw. Tips it off to Barkley, complete. And they get the first on a 3rd and 13. What a call to extend this drive.
22 yards. And an Eagles first down.
Here's Hurts. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Hurts to throw. Finds Barkley underneath. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
On the draw, it's Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. All right, down a couple of scores. They want a bigger swing than just 3. They're going for this.
It's 4th down. And
They got to jump up front as long as none of their guys went early. And this is going to give them the first
Neutral zone
down.
infraction. Defense.
So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5. The worst time for a mistake defensively, and that awards them this 1st and 10. They go play fake with Hurts. Well, right side, caught by Smith. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 here for Hurts. And out to 6 completions on his 7 passes for the drive. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. Running a pistol look now.
Eagles first down.
He's going to try and keep it. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
A 4-yard loss on the play. 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's in for the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Cowboys and George Pickens set for this next possession. And with each team coming off the touchdown and scoring well early on, the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Play fake. It's Milton. This is caught by Blue. And he's going to be dropped quickly after making that catch. Being limited to a couple.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw. I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
Brian Anger getting the call on the 4th down punt. And no doubt he wants a good start for himself here in prime time. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. Among all the team's pass catchers, partner, he has been one of the brightest spots in this opening half. I mean, I think we agree he's outshined several of their receivers and tight ends that we're used to seeing be the guys to get those targets. And out of bounds before he can extend for that marker, Brock, but still a gain of 9. Nicely done on first down, 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd.
A play fake now hurts to throw. Good play on the football defensively. He knocks it away, and that's going to bring up 3rd down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Great man on the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And that last drive, Brock, one of the rare L's that they have taken in this one. They were scoring touchdowns with regularity, as we can all see here, but defense doing well, stepping up, denying them anything, sending them off the field scoreless last time. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. And it's as we expected, partner. We call pass interference, so put it at the spot and give him that first down. On the give, it's Blue. Maybe he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and that hit knocks it free, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Milton back to throw. This is complete to Ferguson, out left. There's the stop, but 22 yards given up before it. And that's going to give Dallas the first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on the route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And not in just yet. They stop him at the 2. That's going to bring up 1st and goal.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there?
And across the line he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And that makes this a 10-point game.
Eagles 14. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Shipley now to return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they're going to have the 1st down. Nice chunk of yards there. Getting about 17 of them. Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37.
That's good for the Eagles. 1st down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Quintus Williams on the stop.
And not going to get a snap here. We have arrived at our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. 2nd down now. They need 7. Hurts. Completed left side to Smith. And a big chunk picked up on that play. Over 20. Manning gets him the 1st.
It's a gain of 20.
New set of downs from 37. Straight ahead. Here's Barkley. Has a lane inside the 25. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
That's another Eagles.
Looking inside the red zone. It's a screen to Barkley. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Hurts looking to throw. And right back to him. This time the defense was letting. That hit forces it loose. It's incomplete, and we've got a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Hurts with it on 3rd and short. And they're going to take him down. Pressure gets to him at the 15. Rashawn Gary. And this offense now facing a 4th and 14.
Jake Elliott on for the
All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. This is going to be a 32-yarder from the left hash. Elliott connects there. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
I don't think there's any question. This is going to be a close game when it's all said and done because it's awfully tight here at the half. And that field goal, that gives them a little more confidence running into the locker room.
At their own 35-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. He's brought down. Play goes for, it looks like, about 11 yards. And that's going to give the Cowboys a 1st down. So a 1-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Our spin around the NFL starts now. We begin with a visit to Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. The Panthers at home to take on the Bucks in an NFC South matchup. And this is Bucky Irving. He gets past the first wave of the defense, and the race is on. 77 yards for the touchdown. The Bucks up their record to 5-2 as they get the victory here. From there, it's up to Minneapolis. Let's look in on the Vikings as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And it's a couple of new acquisitions. Kyler Murray finding Jawan Jennings. A 17-yard touchdown pass. The Vikings win their 2nd straight as they get the victory here. Lastly, let's check out our impact player from Week 7. Hope you have him in your fantasy lineup because it's this man. And this is the runner-up for MVP from a season ago, Drake May. He went for more than 300 yards passing, including this, one of his 3 touchdowns through the air. The Pats come away with a victory. They win by 6. With that, a look at the rest of the action going on. Remember, bye weeks are in play, so the schedule a little lighter than it's been in weeks past. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to the broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. And a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cowboys and quarterback Dak Prescott ready to get back to work. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Dak to the air here. This is thrown towards a defender instead, man. He's the one who makes the play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down. Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26. Prescott set to pass. Diving right side. Got it. Gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Dallas 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that. Hey, we know this week to week. You cannot count on turnovers, right? When that faucet goes on, you reap the rewards as they did a week ago. But today, that was a great opportunity to get one, and it just went through his hands.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. Well, that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a long, so it's going to be 3rd down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And this run is going to push him inside the 40. Give him 7 there.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Now Dak to throw. And he gets it away, but nowhere close to that target. Incomplete. Quick thinking just to get rid of it there, Brock, but no chance. It's 3rd down. To throw, Milton. And this time he's not going to be able to hang on. Far from his first look on this series, Brock, but drawing some extra attention as a result. That hit is going to force 4th down. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Brown with a return here. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And you and I both know, Brock, they, like so many teams in this league, fans of establishing the run to begin a football game. Well, I'm looking at my watch, I'm looking up at the scoreboard. We're sometime into this one now, and they still haven't been able to establish it against this defense.
Yeah, kind of like when we walk into a defensive meeting room and sit with the D coordinator, and what is his number one premise each and every week? Stop the run. Stop the run.
Yeah.
Because you know if you create that kind of imbalance and you take away the run, you have a chance of playing pretty good defense like they've done.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Man in motion, out of the slot. Throwing on second. Hurts. Man at the catch point, and it's incomplete. A couple of defenders nearby. One of them makes the hit to break up that catch. 3rd down upcoming.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
Back to throw. Hurts. And that's incomplete, so the defense forces 4th down.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. So as the Cowboys offense heads back to the field, let's take a look at their offensive coordinator, Clayton Adams. This group's got the lead, Brock. They'd certainly love to extend it here. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. There's the stop. Play hits for 15 before it, though. That is good for a Cowboy 1st down.
Run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Milton now. That throw finds Pickens. Taken down finally to curtail the damage, but still 22 yards on that pickup. And that's going to give Dallas the 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Up the middle, Blue. And they're going to get to him, bring him down after allowing about 13 on the play. And that's going to give the Cowboys a 1st down.
We see it and hear it all the time. For receivers, their favorite moment is just to go up over a DB and make a play. And for these running backs, there is nothing that beats slamming right through a tackle and getting that 1st down.
In the red zone on 1st. Cut near the goal line. And in. Touchdown, Dallas. C.D. Lamb. His 50th career touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. You sure did.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Shipley now to return. This makes it up to the 25. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. First call here coming from the shotgun. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. It's going to be taken down here, but not before the play gets him 12 big yards and a 1st down. We've set it down from 37. And dial up the zone read on 1st and 10. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, QB keeper. It gets 0.
Gets it through the contact at the catch point, forces that incompletion. Nearly had it over the middle. Instead, just 3rd down now.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now Hurts. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force fourth down. The Eagles are in punt formation. And this is going to be his fourth effort tonight. And he'll have this fair catch right along the 25. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. I mean, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm. Yeah. Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays that follow. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Milton. Into the hands of Lamb over the middle. He was brought down here, but they will take it 18 yards and a first.
It just felt like a composure play. Quarterback was calm. Receiver did his job securing the ball, and because of it, those chains are a-moving.
On first down, it's Blue. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Milton. Schoonmaker's there to haul it in. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for Dallas. First down.
First down, Cowboys.
Davis gets it from the gun. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms, and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
And this throw is going to be incomplete. They're down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Throwing now, Milton. It's Pickens on the slant. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
1st and 10 for Milton. Man, he is solid. 5 for 7 so far since coming out of the halftime break. Now it's Blue. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
Down at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
Let's go now.
Play fake. It's Milton. Got his man in the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown.
Jake Ferguson. His 4th through the air this season. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. Send right down the middle and good. And that makes this a 24-point ball game.
41, Eagles 17. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Brown with a return here. And in the end, only able to get this up to his 25-yard line. Head coach Nick Sirianni readying the Eagles for their next series. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And give him about 4, nothing beyond the catch, and hit got there quickly.
It's just kind of the type of play why you name a position like this tight end, because it's going to be tight throws into contested windows, and you got to get the job done with people all around you.
3rd and long for him here. And he's incomplete. He keeps feeding it to his back, but this one, a rare miss. That's going to bring up 4th down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take
Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. And no question about it, partner. They're going to try to repeat what they did on their last series. Not their only trip to the end zone recently, as we see here. The offense has paid off their opportunities. Had a pretty good clip so far in this one, and they're going to look to continue that here. Now Milton to throw. And screen here to Blue. And he turns the shallow catch into something more. Give him 8 yards. That sets up 2nd and short.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable, and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Give on 2nd here to Blue. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. That is good for a Cowboy first down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
He finds Pickens left side. And he's down as that play goes for 26 big ones. That's good for the first down.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Dallas.
They'll start the drive with Blue. Nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
He's taken down.
Nothing too fancy there. That is just some good physical football from a back who knows how to read his blocks, Kate, keep himself square, and go get those tough yards.
Has it down close. Well, he might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Blue is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
Ball carrier. Touchdown, Dallas.
Ooh, baby, Brock. This one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And they continue piling onto this lead.
Eagles 17. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Shipley now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
On the return.
Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Actually wound up losing a yard on that completion, so it's going to be 2nd and 11 now. Here's Hurts. Over the middle and taken in by Lemon. And they'll get to him here. Play finally put to an end after about 15 yards gained, and they got that first down too.
That's good. For Eagles, first down.
One of the tight ends in motion left.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early. So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. They go play action. Here's Hurts. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's hauled to the ground. Offense needs to shake off that sack in a hurry as they get ready for second down and 13. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Caught by Washington, left side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Hurts. And he's not going to escape this one. They get to him for the sack on what is going to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's Eagles football, and they're going to look for points here, but it might be too little too late for them in this lopsided game. Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And they get to him on 4th down. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Coaches challenged him to get the defense off the field with a stop. Rose to the challenge and delivered on that one, really overwhelming the line of scrimmage.
Blue running to the right. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
Okay, this one you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
2nd down, Milton. Completed here to Pickens. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Always a fun race up here in the booth between quarterback and receiver to watch. Who sees it first, that opening? If a receiver wins it, that hand's going up in the air, he wants it. Quarterback wins it, passes out before he's even looking for it, and when they both recognize it, you get that. You get a 1st down.
And he gets home. Touchdown, Dallas. George Pickens. Make it 2 now in this game, 8 on the season. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, more than likely for more games to come.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Brown with a return here. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Philadelphia's offense back out as we take a look at where they'll be appearing next. First they're at Washington, then at home to face the Giants. And then they're going to be on the bye in Week 10. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
He motioned the tight end over. On 2nd down, here's Hurts. A throw right side, caught by Goddard. And that'll be 4 yards on that completion before he heads out. That means it's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They put a receiver in motion right. Hurts gets it out wide, complete. Near the sideline, he's going to be forced out after a gain of about 20. And that is good for an Eagles 1st down.
And an Eagles 1st down.
Hurts tucks it, starts running. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss is really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. It's a screen to Barkley. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Fall forward, and I think you've got this first down, Brock. It's second and inches.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw, Hurts. They set up the screen. It's Smith. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. I don't think they're going to sweat too much about giving up that touchdown, Brock. Defense has already played its part, deciding this game in their favor.
We don't get to talk about coasting very much. It just doesn't happen in professional football. But I think conserving some energy, they did that with the offense in for 6.
That one right down the middle. And that takes another one off this deficit. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. So Coach Brian Schottenheimer sending his Cowboys offense back to the field. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw, swatted away by the defense. Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it, second and 10. A third down run with Blue. Defense finally able to close on this after a gain of about 24. And that's going to give Dallas the first down.
48-yard line. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, Cowboys.
Here's Milton. Can't connect on this one. A rare miss. Been thrown for him all game, but this one didn't work out. It's second down. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete. This difference maker, well, he's up to 5 catches now for the game. And what I love about this, Kate, these are the contested catches. It may not show up as a lot of yardage, but these are the kind of catches that gain trust with the quarterback. Much more important with the rest of your teammates.
So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. This from the right hash and a considerable distance.
These 60-yarders are just kind of becoming what 50-yarders were, I don't know, just 30 years ago. It's just special to see you almost take this kind of talent for granted.
He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. First down, a run with Barkley. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. They've got first down here from the 36.
And an Eagles first down.
Marquillo quickly into the hands of Smith. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. 5 on the catch, 5 still to go on second down.
Second and 5 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing here, Hurts. On a quick slant, it finds Lemon. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
Quick throws caught by Washington. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag. They go play fake with Hurts. Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Option play. They give it to Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
Now Hurts. He finds Brown right side. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
2-0.
Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing third and 3.
Gain of 7. Brings up third and 3.
Tight end going in motion here. Hurts with it on third and short. And the rush is going to win this rep. They get to it. And that's going to take us to 4th and 9.
6-yard loss.
You're going to go for it here, trailing in the 4th. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He's making a bid for it. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. And he can't do it himself. He's stuck behind the line. We've got a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
The Cowboys about set to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, Brock, and working to stretch that out to 4. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Blue gets the handoff. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. He stopped a yard short, gain of 9. First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. On the give, it's Blue. Blast through midfield. And he takes this into enemy territory to the 48-yard line. It's 16 yards on that play. That'll be good for Dallas. First down.
Dallas.
Off the play fake. Here's Milton. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Trying to get into that gray area of the rules and the unwritten rules here, Kate. Like, you're up big enough. You don't need to score. You certainly don't need any more yards. You also want to get work for your guys and those that don't get many opportunities. I'm kind of curious to hear the coach's remarks after this one. I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Hitting his throw is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. No time to make that pass. Lucky he got rid of it at all, Brock. It's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
You know, Kate, there was a time when you and I were growing up watching football where a 50-yard kick was impressive. But these kickers of today, they just keep pushing that boundary and showing off incredible leg strength.
Shipley now to return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And scoring hasn't been the issue for them, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
And he's going to get about 3 here, almost all of it on the catch. The defense was there immediately. Picked up a few on that first down play, so now we've got 2nd and 7. Hurts to throw. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And no shot at getting upfield after making this catch, so I'll give him 1 on that short completion. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Hurts looking to throw. Right side complete to Lemon. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. On now comes their punter. And this effort's going to give him an even half dozen tonight. Fair catch hauled in at the 18-yard line. The Cowboys and Jaden Blue ready to take over once again. Look at this, 3 tight ends to the right on this 1st and 10. They have been automatic scoring in this quarter, and yet another opportunity to do so here. He almost throws this away on the first snap of the drive. Put it into harm's way. The pick is dropped, so they're going to see second down. First play of the drive, Brock, you always tell me this, always the start of a new battle, and defense wins round one in this series.
Yeah, and this next down kind of sets the table, right?
Yeah.
You got to now put yourself in a manageable third down after lack of execution on first.
Only a yard from that time, so now 3rd and 9.
It's a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
And understandably, they're happy to just let this clock run down to our 2-minute warning. Cowboys nearing their 6th win this season. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Milton back to throw. And get this over the middle to Ferguson. Good play call there. 15 yards for their efforts, and they got the first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And that looked good for a moment, Brock, but the hit jars it free. That's going to bring up second. Well, Brock, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might. He's under pressure, and he's not going to get away. And they take him down at the 30. Jalen Carter matching last week's effort with that sack. 3rd and long for him here. And no luck. That's incomplete, and that means it is 4th down. Hunting unit out now. Brian Anger, the one to send it away. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
180.
They send the tight end in motion. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
Here's Hurts. He goes back to him yet again. Complete. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making the catch. So this is going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
So the Cowboys come in and take this one on the road. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple of hits to its status after this one. We have not seen an opponent score against them like this very often, if at all, this season.
Yeah, I think what it shows you, too, Kate, is even for an elite defense, there's still holes and weaknesses to be found and taken advantage of. It took a whole bunch of effort, some great masterful game planning, but this offense found ways to score against a pretty salty defensive unit.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys are winners as we say so long from Philadelphia.
Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. Another rapper got it, but shouted he not me. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows, put my Mac down. Mississippi to Philly, Albuquerque to Chat Town. I got the crowd yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All my hot girls yelling, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. All the was a southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping about I'm moving the bricks. You talk about now we're doing it, prick. If you in the face, you gon' be suing me quick. And if I catch another case, I know it truly be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of my